This is one of the worst football games that I have ever seen in my life. The Bears, the Vikings. 10-9 is the score. The Vikings have turned the ball over 4 times. 4 times Joshua Dobbs has thrown an interception. Meanwhile, Justin Fields has a fumble. He also has a second turnover. I believe it was a 4 and out. So 6 total turnovers in this game. It has not been good. But yet, the Bears have a chance at a game-winning field goal right here. 2nd and 5. They need to get to about the 40, 35, the other side of the field. Fields is going to run for it. Across the 50, got a first down. And the Bears now are about 15 yards away from a game-winning kick. Vikings cannot stop the clock. No, Vikings can. Vikings, in fact, have all 3 of their timeouts. Fields with a chance to be the hero here. The Vikings, a team that a lot of people have going to the playoffs. They've been hot lately, but they lost to the Broncos. And now here they are in trouble against the Bears. Fields rolling out of the pocket, throws, and it's nowhere. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's 2nd and 10. So the Vikings, 2 weeks ago, the Vikings are 6-4. They're on a 4-game winning streak, including wins over the 49ers. They're playing really, really well. They're looking like they're going to make the playoffs. Then, last week, they play in Denver and lose. And Joshua Dobbs, who had all the hype in the world, people were saying he was a top 10 quarterback. Now he has been struggling. This is his 2nd game in a row where he's been really struggling. 4 picks. But he throws the late touchdown to TJ Hawkinson in the 4th quarter to give the Vikings a 10-9 lead. Now Fields, pressure coming, and he is going to have to throw it away, and again, out of bounds. Vikings putting pressure on Fields. And with all this, Minnesota might get this win. They might just pull this thing out of a hat. Fields and the Bears would love to play spoiler right here. And Justin Fields at this point is playing for his job, assuming that the Panthers are going to get the number 1 pick. That means it would be the Bears because the Panthers traded it to the Bears for Bryce Young. And Justin Fields basically is playing for his job because we assume the Bears are going to draft Caleb Williams. So it's a matter of, is Justin going to be a starter next year? He heaves this one downfield, caught! Wide open! Wide open! It's DJ Moore down to the 15. And the Bears, just like that, are going to have a chance to win this game. And Justin Fields, he knows what he's doing. Wow. Vikings going to take their first timeout right here. They basically have to. And they almost feel like maybe you let them score. I don't know. I don't know what you do if you're Minnesota right now. DJ Moore, wide open. Vikings lost him in coverage. Look at this. Just, you cannot leave the best receiver on the field open like that. And the Vikings, this game, if they lose this, they're 6-6. They still have to play the Lions twice, the Packers, who will look hot. I don't know if the Vikings are a guarantee to make the playoffs right now. They might get in with about an 8. If 8-9 is enough, I don't know. I don't know if the Vikings are going to make it. Now we've got a flag called. Is that it's on the defense. And it's going to be a 12-man on the field penalty. That's, again, you're just beating yourself at this point. And the Vikings have done a lot of beating themselves today. Josh Dobbs has not been good. 4 picks. The most he's ever thrown in his career. And again, this is why you don't necessarily buy into the hype right away on these quarterbacks. You have 2 good games, and Dobbs had 2 good games, and people were saying he was a top 10 quarterback. And it's like, no, he's not. And a lot of people just need to realize that. And Fields now is going to take a knee on 2nd down. The Bears are not even going to try to go for the touchdown. They're not even gonna risk a fumble. So they're gonna take a kneel down. Vikings will call the timeout, but it's too late for Minnesota right now. See, this season, the Vikings have played 10 one-score games. This will be their 11th. and it's going to be their 6th loss. And that's crazy. So the Bears, they're not going to risk anything. They're just going to take a kneel down again. Vikings will have to take their final timeout. And they will. So 51 seconds now. And now, on 3rd down, the Bears can take a knee again. And then they can let the clock run all the way down to about 15 seconds. And Minnesota is going to have time for basically one play. See, the Bears, they've missed a field goal already today. A chip shot there from Cairo Santos, and he missed it. Hopefully, he will not miss again. So 3rd and 8. Fields takes another knee. And now the Vikings cannot stop the clock. Neither can the Bears, though. So the Bears, the lowest they can run it down is 9 seconds. They're going to, I mean, the Bears are going to waste as much time as they can. 20, 19, 18. He's going to sit there for a little bit. Don't rush too much, Chicago. Don't leave them any more time than you have to. 30-yard attempt. And they're going to wait 5-4. The kick is up, and it is through the uprights. And with 10 seconds left, the Bears take a 12-10 lead. Wow. This is one of those games where Justin Fields, he did fumble the ball in the 4th quarter, but he didn't throw any interceptions. He kept his poise. And 4 field goals. That's what this Bears team is going to be able to do. 4 field goals. And now, the Vikings are going to fall to 6-6 most likely. And I'm not sure if either of these... I mean, obviously the Bears aren't going to be a playoff team. But the Bears, 4 wins now. And you look at it and you say, here you go. Chicago. Is Justin Fields your starter next year? If they're drafting Caleb, what team will Justin Fields be on? Is he going to get a chance to start for a different team? Because remember, 2 of those losses and 1 of those wins was Tyson Bagent. So Fields is 3-6 on the season. Bagent is 1-2 on the season. And you look at it and you say, I mean, can Justin Fields... He's only winning 33% of his games, but he's on a pretty bad team. Vikings are going to try to return this out across the 20, the 30, 35, and now he's down, and there's 5 seconds to go. Solid return. Was that Powell? I'm not sure who that was on the return. And now Minnesota, this puts you in a precarious position. They're going to throw out Joshua Dobbs. Here he goes. Now, I think the best thing you can do is get 30 yards in 4 seconds and get out of bounds and try to kick a game-winning field goal. I wonder, though, they're just going to throw a Hail Mary, yeah. Bears not going to send any rush, no bother with that. So here he goes, Dobbs in shotgun. 5 receivers are out for the pass. Dobbs going to lob it. No, he's just going to throw it middle of the field. And he's going to go down, and the ball is out. He's throwing it around. Another one. Vikings still with the ball, and now a forward lateral. That should be a flag, and it is. And now the ball is still going around. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness. And the ball is still on the ground, and finally the Bears recover it. What a weird way to end this game. The flag obviously not going to matter. It was an illegal forward pass, and this game is over. Bears are 4-8. Vikings are 6-6. And right now, neither of these teams feel like they're going in the right direction. The Bears are the first team this season to win without scoring a touchdown. Joshua Dobbs is now 1-2 as the Vikings' starting quarterback. He was 1-7 with the Cardinals, so he's now 2-2 12-9 this year. He did also play in that humongous comeback win earlier. So the Vikings, 2-1 in the division. They had a chance to be 3-0 in the division and only one game behind Detroit. Instead, they're 2.5 back of the Lions, 2-1 in the division, only a half game ahead of Green Bay. And that's where we stand 12 weeks into the season.